But our lead this hour coming from the Brownies as a Deshaun Watson back front and center. And it's, let me tell you, the low-hanging fruit, the most delicious fruit. The beleaguered quarterback dancing with reporters for the first time in almost 3 months. Last time he spoke, the Cleveland Browns had given him $230 million guaranteed. No questions asked. We believe you, Deshaun. Throw the football. Now, if you didn't hear what Watson said, we got a lot of audio we're going to go through, and maybe you missed it. So Deshaun Watson, now he stood in front of a bank of cameras and microphones and whatnot. This happened on Tuesday at the Cleveland Brown facility. Now, he spoke for less than 12 minutes, and Watson had a couple of talking points that he repeated, mainly that he never engaged in sexual misconduct when he was running his petting zoo for the anaconda, and that these 24 civil lawsuits against him, well, there's not much to him, and soon to balloon to 26 lawsuits. Now, Watson ran the gauntlet. Now, we have the highlights, so rather than me read you a bunch of random quotes of Deshaun, let's play them. Let's play them. We'll react together here, as Warner Wolf would say. Let's go to the audio tape. All right, so first bite here. Deshaun was asked if he is worried, or actually if he's surprised by the increase in cases against him. Here's what he had to say.
I go each and every day focusing on my tasks and being the best person I can be. I can't control what the other side is doing with the legal process, but like I said before, I just got to continue to just focus on being the best Deshaun Watson I can be for this organization.
My follow-up would have been, hey, Deshaun, does that mean you get in the baby yoga pose? Because the team would really like to see that in the locker room. All right, here's more from Deshaun, and he was asked whether or not he is concerned about the punishment, which is going to be handed down from the NFL. Deshaun, what's the deal with the punishment?
I met with the NFL a couple weeks ago, and I did everything they asked me to do. I answered every question truthfully that the NFL asked me. I spent hours with the people that they brought down, and that's all I can do is just tell them and be honest and tell them exactly what happened. And I know they have a job, and so I have to respect that, and that's what we want to do is cooperate. And they have to make a decision best for the league. So.
Yeah. Okay. And here's more from the Cleveland Brown, $230 million quarterback who's going to have more than 24 losses. He got 24 now. He's going to have 26. Here's more from Deshaun. This seems like a kind of easy question to answer. Let's see how Deshaun does with this. He was asked why people should believe him over the women accusing him of being a pervert.
I understand that question, and I definitely respect it, but I feel like with this environment coming off the football field, it's hard to answer that question, especially without talking to anybody on my legal team. But at the same time, I've been honest and I've been truthful about my stance, and that's, I never forced anyone, I never assaulted anyone. So that's what, I've been saying it from the beginning, and I'm going to continue to do that. And until all the facts come out on the legal side, I have to continue to just, go with the process with my legal team and the court of law.
He's rambling on. It's a simple question. Well, coming off the football field, I don't know that I can answer that question. No, the answer is like, listen, I didn't do it. They're lying. That's the answer. That's the only way this works is if they're all lying, all 26 women, every one of them is lying. Now, I don't doubt that some of them are on the money train, but all of them, I find that hard to believe. And that's the most basic question Watson could not answer. Why should people believe you over the people accusing you? Well, I'm coming off the football field, going to talk to my attorney. All right, here's more from Deshaun Watson here. And this is another question which seems rather obvious. If Watson is the victim in all this and he did nothing wrong when he was playing with the pony there, should he countersue? Because why not, right? This is sullying his good name. So, Deshaun, are you going to file lawsuits? 26 lawsuits right now, almost 26, against these other women. What are you going to do, Deshaun?
I understand that, and I know these allegations is very serious. And, you have to respect that and everything that goes with it. And it impacts so many people, not just me and my family and this organization, but people that are outside in the community. This fan base, people from the Houston fan base, anyone that was, a fan of mine. But as far as that, I haven't got into any of that. My biggest thing is just wanting to clear my name so I can get back, being in an environment that, I'm most comfortable in, and that's being in the community and helping people and being that role model and leader.
Yes!
And then also being on the football field with my teammates and try to win ball games.
That's the role model. Listen, he had a lot of massage. You like the massage. Deshaun Watson's your guy. All right, here's more from the Cleveland Browns court. They traded for this guy. And the story that Watson offered $100,000 to each of the women that accused him of being a pervert. So, Deshaun, did you really offer settlement money? Tell me what happened.
I feel like, there's a lot of articles that's out there and facts and things like that. There was a process that was going on back in November with another organization. So I can't really get too far in details with that. But, with the process that was going on before I became a Cleveland Brown, that's a whole nother discussion.
See, right there is where Watson starts to fall apart. Here's another question that seems rather easy to answer. And the question to Deshaun Watson is that New York Times report that claimed 66 different women massaged his junk in 17 months. Is that an accurate number, Deshaun? Let's see what he had to say for that one.
I mean, I can answer. I don't think so for what me and my attorneys went through. But at the same time, that's more of a legal question that I can't really get into details about. So you'll probably have to ask my attorneys and things like that to confirm.
How is that a legal question? Did you commit a crime in all the massages? Otherwise, it's not a legal question. Anyway, here's more. One last one from Deshaun. Does he have any regrets? Any regrets for what you have done, Deshaun? Answer that question, please.
Never assaulted anyone, or I never harassed anyone, or I never disrespected anyone, or I never forced anyone to do anything.
There you go. All right, it's all a big misunderstanding. So let us discuss the question. What did you make of Deshaun Watson's latest comment? So I've got stumbles, laundry, and highway billboard. And we will tie all of these things together, and we are going to make a nice, delicious brownie, which actually has a better chance. An actual cooked brownie, the dessert, has a better chance of having success this season than the football team. In football, by the way. All right, so Deshaun Watson, I will say this, he was well prepared. You could tell that he had been schooled on the talking points that whether it's Rusty Hardin or the other people that are in the inner circle, in Deshaun Watson's posse there, they're not amateurs. They had him study up. It was all systems go. And to the untrained ear, at first you would say Watson was polished and he nailed it. However, as this thing continued on, he started struggling to answer questions and, of course, was as generic as possible. That was part of the schooling. There are a few subtle stumbles that got my attention. So let me tell you what stood out to me. The use of and ah. Now, we've pointed out many times these are conversation managers. The word serves as a filler when you're scrambling to remember a piece of information like a talking point that your attorney or advisor told you you're supposed to parrot when asked a certain question. So as this thing went on, we got more ums and uhs out of Watson. Said it several times. Also, his body language. This is based on the FBI handbook on lying. His eyes were darting back at many times there. That is known as a dead giveaway that he was lying. So a couple of things that stood out there from Watson. Now, part B of this, was Deshaun Watson able to sway public opinion in his favor with these comments? Well, not even in the slightest. Like, people are locked in on this. I don't see anyone crossing the line. Battle lines have been drawn here. Deshaun is public enemy number one in the court of public opinion, but you have a group of diehard, delusional Cleveland Brown backers who are so loyal to the Browns, and now Watson's on their squad, that this is causing them to go over the top in defense. He's the new Messiah. Watson is wearing the right laundry. And so these meathead jabronis who like the Brownies, they believe now he's completely innocent. Now, if he was still working for the Texans, he would be guilty, but now that he's wearing the right laundry, we're okay. And that every one of the women, they're all money hungry, and the lawyers are crooked. And I think that's the other side of the aisle. But outside of that small group of knuckleheads, this is the ultimate he said versus she said times 26. It's he said on one side, 26 she said on the other side. All right, last word here. So how did Tony Busby respond to Deshaun Watson's words? Now, Busby, the lawyer representing the women suing Watson, he implied that there will be even more lawsuits against the Browns quarterback coming down the chute. As of now, there are officially 24. We mentioned there's 2 other ones, so the number will get up. Once these in queue become full lawsuits, we'll get to 26. Deshaun Watson, he is working like one of those highway billboards. Every major city I've been to in America, you drive around the highways in the big city, and the billboards are filled with a bunch of shady lawyers that will take your business. Have you been injured in an accident at work? Call me up right now. And they got their number right there. And Watson is helping out because every time he speaks, he gets the phone ringing. Ring, 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 just like that. And sometimes even when he doesn't, that HBO story that ran a while back, that triggered several additional lawsuits. And based on these latest comments by Watson, we would expect even more, and so does Tony Busby, the attorney. When will this end? When will the madness end? Well, there's no end in sight. The statute of limitations on these lawsuits is 2 years after the last taboo massage. Now, what does that mean? That means the window is wide open for more lawsuits. Then they can fill the room up until around the middle of March 2023. So roughly 273 shopping days left for Tony Busby to pick up more clients. Now, we had a Maller militia foot soldier, I think it was last week, who had a great idea for a prop bet, and we looked down upon it, but now it's getting serious. Over under Deshaun Watson touchdown passes in 2022 versus lawsuits filed. At the time that was proposed, I think the lawsuits were like 22, maybe 24. It's getting up to 26. This thing's headed over 30. It's fascinating. Again, the Browns signed up for this. Who signs up for this? What reasonable business signs up for this? The Cleveland effing Browns. That's who. The laughing stock of pro football. It's fascinating to me. But that prop bet, I would take that there'll be more lawsuits filed than touchdown passes by Watson. Now, that prop bet won't have any real legs here because Watson is highly unlikely to actually play in the 2022 season. And remember, this thing keeps getting pushed back. With every new lawsuit, the cycle starts over for those other lawsuits. Like 22 are going to be decided in early 2023. But they have to get through those, and then they have to go through the other lawsuits that have been filed. And so not only did the Browns say, we want this, give me, they knew what they were getting, and they paid him $230 million guaranteed. It is unreal. And that's the Browns. Right there. That's the Browns for you. Man, oh man, oh man.